on A. Now quit.
Is it soup yet?
Hello.
Hey, it's time for Thursday Night Soup.
That's
Join
right.
co-host Jeff Kendall
That's
and
me.
many other famous celebrities as we discuss music, movies, and just plain cause havoc across the internet. And now, get ready. Let's welcome Doc Docist.
I'm your Karen. Let's go.
No!
Boom. Yes, and it is time for Thursday Night Soup, the show you've all been waiting for. Haven't you? Well, we wish you were. Maybe you'll find out soon enough. But look, we have Jeff Kendall here. We've got Tim Allen there. And all three of us here. Were you doing the Vulcan thing?
Yeah.
Like that.
Long and prosper.
And there's space for 3 more if you want to come up.
Yeah. I'd have to glue my fingers together.
You can't do that, Doc?
No, I can't do that. They don't go together.
This hand is good, but my right hand's good doing. I've been doing this since I was 7 years old.
Jeff, to do it properly, actually, your thumb needs to be in, and that's much harder.
Oh, there. Okay, there we go.
Your thumb needs to be in, and that's much harder to do it that way. That's how Leonard Nimoy did.
Yeah.
Let's say hello to a couple of people. Loserlistic.
Hello.
And Robert.
Oh, Robert.
Enjoy your movie.
Thursday. He's watching a movie with wife and Hunter.
Enjoy your movie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very, very nice. And for all you people who are joining us now,
I bid you welcome.
there we go. Good show. Good show. Okay. And I watched a movie today, too.
Oh, what'd you see?
The Princess and the Frog.
Oh, well, why do you not like that one?
I watched it for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Well, it was okay.
Was it?
Yes. So they spent too much time as frogs.
Oh.
I thought there's like I don't get it. Why are they spending so much time as frogs? Aren't they supposed to be people? So anyway, I watched it.
Was it a cartoon movie or was it a live action movie?
It was a cartoon movie.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It was Disney's last hand-drawn picture.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gee, I haven't seen that, especially with all the mess about the rides at Disneyland being themed to the Princess and the Frog. Well, maybe I should see this thing. And I watched it and I'm going like, thank you. Okay, all right.
I can't deal with animated Disney films anymore. I've seen like 20,000 Leagues Out to Sea and Swiss Family Robinson because my son has Disney Plus, and I really like watching, of course, the Davy Crockett movies with Fess Parker. Mm-hmm.
Well, whatever you like, but like Disney is known for its animated films.
Oh yeah.
Their legacies. So.
If I was younger, yeah.
I thought I should give this a watch. It's one that I haven't seen yet, and okay, done.
And now you check it, Mark. It's you watch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Disney once upon a time was known for their animated films. Now they're primarily known for ruining franchises, aren't they?
Yeah.
True.
Right.
I know. I know already, like before this show started, like on YouTube, they've got the recommended for you, and somebody had Disney's ruining the MCU. I don't know. I didn't watch it.
As far as I'm concerned, Disney invented the MCU, so they can do what they want with it. I could care.
Did they really?
I don't think there was any sort of universe thing until Disney got a hold of the whole thing. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm no comic book fan. I have no idea.
Well,
but
I'm trying to think back. Like Iron Man was the first, like so-called MCU movie, but the characters were all spread out between about 3 different studios. So like they were never all together until Disney bought Fox, and Paramount had rights to use some characters. Sony had rights to use other characters. It was like a mishmash. Not even that. It was just a mix.
But nobody called any of this stuff a universe back then. This is a new concept that there's like these comic book universes is a new thing. Nobody back in the 70s or 80s was talking about the MCU. Just it's a new thing.
It's a thing now.
I'm not interested in it, but anyway.
Yeah, I think I have what do you call it, the superhero boredom or whatever they call it.
Well, I've had it since my whole life, but since Batman got canceled in '68, I guess.
I was done.
I saw a couple of those new superhero movies with my son. They're okay, you know.
Well, I grew up on comic books.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't.
You didn't? Okay, but I grew up on the DC side of it. So, like, the Marvel side of it was Brand X.
Yeah.
And I didn't really bother with anything like, oh, Marvel, put it back. So I bought all the DC stuff. But, you know, like, the DC EU that we did have was largely boring and dark and all that kind of stuff. Like, let's go back to when Christopher Reeve was Superman, you know, or something like that, except with the big S. You know, no more. You know.
I didn't care for those either. It's just not my thing. The only comic book things I've ever liked is the original Batman series.
Yeah.
And I think it was about 67. The Spider-Man cartoons were pretty
yeah.
67. And then that's it. That's my comic book. That's it.
They used to show repeats of the Superman TV series back when I was a little kid, and I asked my dad, "Oh, that was back when I was in high school." Yeah, back in the 50s. For a primitive show, it was okay. You know,
it was just so samey. I mean, it's okay, but it's just what's going to happen today? Well, Lois and Jimmy are going to get taken hostage by somebody, and Superman's going to rescue him. That's what's going to happen.
You know, he's going to make a leap out the window.
you know, I mean, and that's it.
Oops, forgot to hook on the wires. You know.
Those shows can be entertaining.
Yeah.
Can be, but I was never a fan of Superman anyway. So
yeah, I can take it or leave it.
At least Batman had the villains.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Superman fought like gangsters and stuff like that.
No, I would say that, you know, those 17 Fleischer Superman cartoons are okay. The stories aren't the best, but they're animated really well, and you know, they look good.
He fights monsters and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
I think the ones with the giant robots was the best one. You know, like go get some gold. So they, you know, like the chest would open up and they dump gold in it. You know, and fly out. You know, but that was kind of cool. Who doesn't love giant robots?
Yeah.
Gigantic.
You know, but about the Batman television series, the 60s was great for that kind of television.
I was
Batman and Lost in Space and Star Trek, and
still my favorite show of all time is the original Batman. I mean, I'll make fun of it when I watch it. I'll sit there and make fun of it, but I love it. It doesn't matter that I'm making fun of it. I still love it. It's still my favorite.
Yeah, you know, when I found those Batman series. Am I going to watch this? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's been a long time, but it's not so bad. You know what I
Did
mean?
you ever complete the set?
I'm planning on it. I'm trying to find a cheap copy of season two, part two. All of them are expensive. Season two, part two are like $25, and season two, part one is like
Well,
$6.
I think they're out of print again,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Hmm. I'll have to find.
They made a ton
At
of them.
least separately. At least separately.
Yeah.
I think it's actually still in print as a set, but
Oh yeah,
separately it's
yeah.
out of print.
Hmm. I'll find one pretty soon. So.
Is that the only one you're missing? Season two,
Season
part
two,
two?
part two. Yeah. Hmm.
That's the only one. You got everything else,
Yeah.
including the episode that's coming up on H&I this weekend. The one with Barbara Rush as the lady who wants to take over the police headquarters.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, is that a lame one?
Hmm.
Oh, somebody just showed up in the bottom. Well,
Ah!
I want to know about the bomb cyclone.
The bomb cyclone. I heard it in the middle of the night. It woke me up.
Okay.
It was this
Please
big
tell
bomb.
us about your experiences with the bomb cyclone.
That term is new to me, but it's pretty common this time of year for the West Coast to get windstorms and
Oh
such,
yeah. Hmm.
particularly in that area. So it's not. I don't know. It's the same old making a big thing out of nothing.
Oh, you mean it's not a big event as they make it out to be? It's like they've made a new title
No,
for it.
honestly, no.
Cyclone.
November is probably out here in BC, the lower mainland. November is probably the worst month of the year weather-wise. It's just wet and windy and compared to places that get winter. I mean, it's not a big deal, but for us, it's probably the worst part of the year weather-wise. So.
Wow,
Yeah,
so
big weather bomb. It's like the atmosphere. I learned about atmospheric rivers a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
That was a new one. That just means a lot of rain over a long period of time.
yeah, but they said the atmospheric pressure dropped like 40 points in an hour or something like that.
Well, yeah, I guess but I don't know that that's unusual. I'm not a weather guy.
They show a satellite picture of it, and it was turning like a hurricane.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like it's your Pacific hurricane in the end of November, and look out, it's a bomb cyclone.
Well, it was happening more off the west coast of Vancouver Island, like where we are. It was nothing. Like we just business as usual, really. So it was more Pacific, located stuff, the Gulf Islands and that kind of stuff. But
Wow, so trees fall onto houses and stuff.
oh yeah, I mean that happens. I mean that's quite often we'll have. Well, again, we're pretty lucky, but quite often there'll be large areas without power, without hydro, because trees falling on the hydro lines and such.
Mm.
Where we are, we're actually lucky because all our hydro lines are underground. So trees can fall all they want. We're still going to have our cable and our hydro and all that sort of stuff, phone lines. Like we literally, like my neighborhood, we have no wires above ground. It's all underground.
Mhm.
So
How does that work for streetlights?
well, they're above ground, but the wiring for them is underground.
Wow.
No, I know it's fancy, man. We're in the 20th century.
That is fantastic. Wow.
Or the 21st, whatever.
21st,
That is.
Yes, it's fascinating.
It is. It really is. Wow.
And like your newer neighborhoods are all being built like that. All the power lines and everything are all underground.
Not you. Oh, come on now.
I thought Tim had a question. He was raising his hand.
No, thumb in though. You got to be your thumb in.
Your thumb in.
All right, my thumb's
There you
in.
go. Thumb in.
Oh, people can't do that. I can do that.
Yeah. It's harder though. A lot of people
Yeah.
can do it with their thumb out, but thumb
Yeah,
in.
I can do it better with my left hand. I think that's because of my guitar playing.
Yeah.
I can't hardly do it with my left hand, but I can do it with my right hand.
You can tell I'm not going to any Star Trek conventions.
You've never been to a Star Trek convention, Doctor? Fun.
You can just dress like Uhura and go. It's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Oh, yeah. I thought I was going to dress as a Gorn.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. In fact, that was the episode I watched
This
today.
morning, just get you a Godzilla suit and paint it green. You get
Well,
Quick and merciful.
yeah. I mean, like,
Oh, okay, come on and get me.
even on DVD, you can see where the feet join, like pants and the feet. Going like, I can see the stinking costume end there.
Yeah, big rubber boots.
You're not supposed to look, Doc.
I looked. I investigated. I wanted to check that thing out. You know, like where the head connects it, where they put this thing around the neck.
Ever since I saw that episode, every time I go out in the woods and try to find stuff to make a cannon.
Oh yeah.
What you need is some sulfur, some diamonds, some coal.
Diamonds, that's easy to find.
Yeah.
Just go in the wood and find a heap of diamonds. No
What was
problem.
the blue stuff? Wasn't that the nitrogen sulfite or something? Anyway. Yeah, I'm looking for big rock, big, fist-sized diamonds on the ground. And
Kirk is going to push a rock off this cliff at the Gorn, and you can see the thing wobble back and forth.
Yeah.
Well,
And so that's not a real rock. Come on.
But that where that scene was shot, that you see that in all the westerns. Like if you watch a western, that sloping peak thing, it's in all the westerns.
Yeah. It was in a couple of Star Trek episodes too.
Yeah, it always shows up, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was an outdoor set. It was kind of planetish and barren. So like, oh, that'll work. It's cute. Like
they filmed all sorts of westerns.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Where they shot Planet of the Apes. There's this, like, if you drive out so many miles.
Yeah, some kind of a park.
There's an area that's like that.
Yeah.
So goes up
Just
in
about every western that's has a desert scene in it or something, you'll see that rock formation.
Yeah,
it's always there. It's pretty funny.
Here
we are again.
From that angle, it's the same rocks.
I've seen that rock before.
Oh, it's this way. No, it's that way. No, it's
that rock is more famous than the actors.
Yeah. I think it's something called the Vasquez rocks, or
they got some name for it. Yeah.
Been there forever. They've been using it since silent films.
Yeah. Anyway.
Totally handy for science fiction movies.
Or fiction movies or westerns or just whatever.
That's
I think. I even saw, I think, a episode of like Barnaby Jones, and he was driving out in the country, and there's a rock.
There's that same rock.
Or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you ever get lost, just look for that rock formation.
Oh, you're okay. Yeah.
Somebody will show up eventually.
Yeah. A year or two, but who's this going on?
I'll just hang out here for a couple of weeks, but there's bound to be a Hollywood film crew coming out here sometime.
Oh yeah, they'll get fire. Yeah.
Well, that was my experience with the Gorn episode today. So
that's actually not a bad episode, considering when I dragged out mine and watched Spock's Brain the other night. That actually holds up fairly well.
Brain? What is Brain?
What is Brain? And also, there was another third season episode that's one of my favorites. It's called The Tholian Web, where they think Captain Kirk's dead, and has to take care of things.
That was a good episode. Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Is that the one where he's fascinating? Like this through half?
He's been.
Just do this, Shatner. Okay.
Her freaks out because she sees him in her mirror.
And thinks he's nuts. Yeah.
Looks more like a flying nut.
Yeah.
That's where they got the idea from.
Captain. And they reset the bridge, and put all those dead people on it, and they just had to get everybody off the bridge and film it again, and get everybody off the engine room and film it, and everybody, have to reset everything. So they only had to make that, all that kind of stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
I got another 5 more episodes to watch, and I can say I'm done with Star Trek.
Well, then you got to do the Next Generation.
Yeah.
No. Then got it.
7, 8 years, and then you have Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise, and then
Picard.
Picard. So, Doc, you're going to be Star Trek for.
And then the animated series.
Yeah.
I tried to watch the newer one. Like I like the Strange New Worlds, but I tried to watch Discovery, and it was horrible. It was just like, oh God. I called it woke Trek. It's just like, give me a break. I got no. It was just.
Hi.
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 Long and prosperous.
Live long and prosper.
Did you do that? Did you do the new records yet, or no?
No.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
We're waiting.
Oh, okay. Well, Jeff has a pound of them.
I don't have I just have a couple of things. First of all, I have one thrift store item. I found it for $1.99. It's a 35th anniversary Halloween on Blu-ray.
Wow.
It's got a brand new commentary with the director and Jamie Lee that's really good. I got that for $1.99. And Doc, I was watching your 6C set of the original album classics of ELO, and I found this online for $10. This has 3 of the 6 albums. It has Face the Music, New World Record, and Discovery. And this one I found on eBay.
Those are really good albums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really good 70s ones.
Yeah.
And I plan on
it doesn't have Out of the Blue on it, but
no.
Because it came before Discovery, but those
Mm-hmm. Those are the most popular. They're not going to give that one away.
Yeah,
it's a double album. It's a double
yeah, but it fits on one disc, so I say that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
But that's what I got so far. Mm-hmm.
Oh, done?
Yes.
Oh, done.
That's all I have.
I know Tim Allen has a whole handful of stuff.
What you got, Tim?
Well, by
the way, Kirk versus Gorn was filmed at Vasquez Rocks in California.
Yeah, Vasquez Rocks. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got 3 45s.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh wow!
Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah.
You're not in bad shape. They actually came in plastic sleeves. They charged $1 for them, which. But this is probably the best one I got.
Mm-hmm.
The original Sam Cooke on Keen.
Ooh.
He sent me back with Summertime, and it's also in really nice shape. This is a nice shape.
Yeah, that is a good one. Yeah.
And I never see these, and they're never in great shape. And this is in okay shape, but for a Crystals 45, it's pretty good shape.
Oh, he's a rebel. Yeah, that's a good song.
Mm-hmm. Brand new sleeves too.
Yes.
Backed with they came in plastic sleeves, and so.
That says 99 cents on there.
Yeah, they're all 99.
I'd buy that for $1.
Scared me.
But they used to be. They were 19 cents when I started buying 45s. They're like 8 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
I picked this up because I thought it was interesting, and it's slightly interesting.
Oh, okay.
All the Kingsmen.
Oh, speaking of Star Trek, there, DJ Fontana.
Well, these were 2 guys in Elvis's band.
Oh, okay.
And but it's got like Keith Richards on it, and Ronnie Wood, and Cheap Trick, and the Mavericks, and
Tracy Nelson.
Yeah. Wow, Star
Trek. It's interesting. Steve Rowe with Lee Rocker. I don't know who Lee Rocker is.
But it's all very samey sounding. There's no, unfortunately, because it's these two guys. There's no like distorted guitars or anything, so everything's really clean sounding, which isn't my favorite thing, but it's all right. It's all right. Weird packaging though. The CD just isn't a thing like this, and it's a trifold. So if you fold it out, the CD's just like exposed.
Okay.
Kind of good in a way.
Well, no, because you get it scratched in a way.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it was worth my cuticles trying to get it out.
This has been in my thrift store for like 3 weeks for $1.99, and nobody bought it, and it was 99 cents today. So for 99 cents, I bought Big on Blu-ray.
Big. Okay.
Wow.
I wasn't.
That's big. Yes.
I wasn't
Hanks
passing.
has never been better.
I'd buy that for $1.
$1.99.
And
Okay.
I bought a 4-movie Alan Ladd set.
Oh.
But I think I haven't looked at it closely. I think it might be from the UK, which means maybe I can't play it if it's not all region. I don't know.
I think
Before
that's Cheryl.
for Buck, Alan Ladd, all Western.
That's Cheryl Ladd's first father-in-law, isn't it?
I think so.
She married his son.
Yeah.
I don't know, but anyway.
Well, no, Brian Setzer was the Stray Cats.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so was Lee Rocker.
Oh, was it?
Oh, he was a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Rocker.
I picked up this for $1. 6 movies, Doris Day. And the reason I picked it up is I actually have most of these movies, but what I didn't have
was
The Man
The Man Who Knew Too Much by Hitchcock is on here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good film. I have that
So
one.
I picked that up.
Okay, sir.
I'd buy that for $1.
Wonder what would happen if Doris Day and Gladys Knight got together.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, Western Day.
There'd be an eclipse. 6 films by Randolph Scott for $1.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Okay.
2 films of The Lone Ranger.
Oh yeah, that has the opening.
Double feature.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they're in color, so I'll get to see Clayton Moore in color.
Clayton Moore and Jay Silverheels.
Yeah, in color. So I couldn't.
Did you write the person on the back and thank them for the?
No. Two Jackie Cooper films from the 30s when he was still a kid.
Yeah.
Again, I love old movies, so for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a TV series I've never heard of, but it's Mr. and Mrs. North.
One of the early ones.
Stars Richard Denning. And it's 50 episodes.
Wow.
For $1,
$1.
$1.
Oh, that's almost.
Yes, you'd buy that for $1, wouldn't you?
Yes,
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah, you have to watch all 50.
That's it. That's
never heard of that
everything that I got.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. Have you bought anything this week?
Oh yeah. Well, I told you about these last time, but I'll show you. I bought. I don't know if you knew about this one coming out, but that's,
that one.
And then I bought. I think I told you I bought this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't played it yet, but
is it CSNY on CD too, or just album?
No, I think it's on CD.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know. I didn't.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty
Okay.
sure. But it's a gatefold. It's double album.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
there they are. Wow.
There they are. And then the sleeves are just plain paper. The label's kind of neat.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Rhino release.
Mm-hmm.
Records. Yeah, so I haven't played it yet, but the Parlophone guy said it sounded pretty good. So You can't go wrong with those guys, anyways.
You can always trust the parlogram guy.
Yes.
Yes.
No, he had some misinformation on his George Harrison.
Oh.
But he did.
Yeah, but when he talks about sound, yeah, that's it. I just got those two.
Okay.
Wow.
Annoying.
Yep.
Creepy man.
Okay, Doc, do you have anything that you bought this week?
No. I didn't even find anything to buy for $1.
Oh.
Nothing for $1?
No, I went to the thrift store and all I seen was Billy Joel over and over and over and over. The same ones over and over, like they dumped all their Billy Joel stuff. I'm going, this one.
Didn't have a classic CD or anything?
Nothing.
Do
That's
you
a
have all the Billy Joel?
Twice. So yeah, not gonna buy Dr. Hook, no.
So what?
We got a mail strike in Canada, so we can't order anything online.
That's true.
Unless Amazon, they do their own delivery, but nothing through the mail.
Yeah, so like nothing here. Sorry, just can't find anything to buy anymore.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Smith.
Okay, yeah.
Dr. Smith.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Well, that's okay.
loser left out a word. Meant to say from the Street Cats.
Ah, that changes everything.
Okay.
Rocker, Phantom, Slick, and Brian Setzer were the Straight Cats.
Oh, okay. His name was
Slick Phantom. I never know which it is. Probably Slick, but yeah.
So, Doc, you haven't seen any of Jonathan Harris's pre-television shows?
Not really, no.
Because he was in the Bill Dana show for a little while, and then he was in the Third Man with Michael Rennie, and it ran for like 5 years.
That's a good run. It's longer than Lost in Space, really.
Yeah.
Well, who played the Third Man?
You do know that Michael Rennie played a guest star. He was the keeper in that 2-part episode of Lost in Space.
There's also Klaatu.
He was. Oh yeah, he was Klaatu. He wasn't a robot, was he?
No.
The robot was a tall guy. Yeah.
The robot's name was Gort.
Yeah, Gort. He played the guy in the silver suit.
Yeah. He didn't do any of this goofy stuff. I'm deformed.
And then that was remade by Ringo Starr, of course.
That's true.
Oh yeah, for his Good Night Vienna.
Klaatu was a Canadian band.
There was.
People thought they were the Beatles, but they were idiots.
Who, Klaatu or the people?
Well, people thought there's this stupid thing that started in I think it was in New York State where they said, somebody said, gee, because nobody knew who they were. They said, well, maybe it's the Beatles. So just as a lark. And then all the major news outlets picked up on this and started saying, it's the Beatles. And even my friends were saying, yeah, hey, listen to this. I'm listening to this. Doesn't sound at all like the Beatles. Oh, doesn't that sound like McCartney? No.
But all that.
Sorry, but no, it doesn't.
That stuff happened a lot.
Yeah. And that was like 1976. They were all doing solo stuff.
You feed them anything like Paul was dead. Oh, yes, Paul was dead. Yeah.
There were rumors that Sniffing the Tears was John Lennon. There were rumors that pop music was John Lennon. Like, what? Open your ears and listen.
I like Sniffing the Tears. I got their first 2 albums.
Yeah, but it doesn't sound like John Lennon.
No, it sounds like Sniffing the Tears.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching The Masked Singer, and they all said, it's John Lennon.
Oh, I had friends who were convinced Klaatu was the Beatles, and I just shook my head. I'm not even gonna argue.
Oh yeah, he was in that one too.
Stupid.
In the 70s. Yeah.
He was also in Uncle Croc's Block. Ooh.
That one I don't remember.
That was a Filmation Kiddies show
Oh, okay.
starring Charles Nelson Riley. And
Okay.
Jonathan Harris played the, what do you call it, landlord, I guess? He's trying to evict them or something.
He played Lucifer in Battlestar Galactica. At least
There you go. But voice only, though.
the voice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in A Bug's Life.
He was in a couple episodes of The Twilight Zone
Sure.
originally.
But he'll forever be Dr. Smith.
Dr. Zachary Smith.
Yes. Forever linked to one role. But he's proud of this role.
Not like Bob Dender, who's linked to 2 roles.
Yeah, too. He shaved off his beard and was Gilligan.
Gilligan and Gilligan Part 2.
Gilligan Maynard, yeah.
Or Dusty.
Or Dusty. Yeah,
That's
Dusty
right. That's what Gilligan Part 2 is.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Jonathan Harris was so enamored of being Dr. Smith because he took total control of the character, rewrote all the lines and everything.
Oh, yeah.
It was like he had carte blanche to do anything he wanted to with his part.
Mm-hmm.
So like he was very happy with it. He'd have a pad and pencil by his book. So if he thought of an insult for the robot, like painted Adult character or something.
Yeah, because didn't Irwin Allen just let him go?
Let him go?
Yeah, do what you want to do.
Do more.
Yeah.
Used to call him a ninny. I don't even know what a ninny is, but he used to call a robot a ninny.
Mm-hmm.
We're all ninnies. Wasn't the teacher on Fast Times? Oh, that was Ray Walston.
Yeah. Ray Walston.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Martin the Martian with Bill Bixby.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what ninny means? You really don't know what?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, ninny, for anybody that doesn't know, that's young out there, ninny is just short for nincompoop.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It just, that's what ninny is.
Mm-hmm. See, educational.
It is.
Educational, see? You know when you go to this show, you're going to learn something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And after that, I think he just retired and did voiceovers and cartoons. And he was in, Jonathan Harris was in a cartoon version of My Favorite Martian, I think. He played the Martian.
I think that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
He was also in the cartoon version of Lost in Space.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
In demand or what, you know?
Yeah.
So,
all kinds of stuff.
Well, when it comes on MeTV, Doc, you'll have to tell us about it.
Yeah.
what, the cartoon version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in the box set I have.
Oh, okay.
Because it was only a pilot and never got
Oh, all right.
series. But they included it as a bonus feature in the box set of Lost in Space.
I have the box of Lost in Space. I don't remember it being in there.
Well, I got the Blu-ray set. Maybe.
Maybe it's not on the DVD, but usually they're the same as far as special features, usually. But
I do have it. Okay. How long have we been on here for? 38 minutes.
38 minutes. That's 12 o'clock.
Yeah, really?
Buy that for $1.
Well, that's for $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
I like that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny stuff in RoboCop. I enjoy watching that once in a while because it's just some really hilarious things.
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't take itself too seriously.
You talk about the first one, right?
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I didn't watch any after that because they just kind of.
The second one might have been all right, but after that, never mind.
That part where the guy goes into the radioactive waste, and it turns out.
Oh, that was one of my favorite parts when the guy's melted out. Oh.
Is that the guy who got hit by the car and turned him into mud?
Yes, turned him into yeah. Yeah, that's it.
I love the last part where the guy says to him, "Dick, you're fired. Thank you," and he blows the guy away.
Yeah.
Memories of RoboCop, right here.
Jeez, what a concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you saw what was rejected for the theme song.
I still want to know what his T-shirt.
Rejected for the theme song.
Yeah, I like the other one.
I'm fully what? We should fill in the blank with it.
Whoa, yeah! Woo!
The Popeye one's the best.
No! No! No!
Oh boy.
Wonderful. And all you people who haven't tuned in, you're missing out on some great
Missing a
entertainment.
lot. Yes.
Yeah.
Where is everybody? It's not Thanksgiving yet.
Low quality entertainment.
Low quality entertainment. It's not till next week.
Yeah.
Then I have to turn my heater on because it's gonna get cold tonight. Get down in the 20s. Possible chance for snow next week.
Yeah, it's a Theopolis night. Yeah, we had our first snow here today.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't really stick, but it snowed.
It's raining here all day, but it's in the mid 40s, mid to upper. So.
Make it stop.
Please. Wish it into the cornfield, would you, Doc?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Can we get Billy Mooney here? He can wish it into the cornfield.
Very bad man.
You're a very bad man. It's covered in Saskatchewan.
Wow.
Like with snow, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
Or ash from forest fires, either one. Eee. Gosh.
Maybe.
What ever see the sequel to that Billy Mooney one where he came? They did when they remade the Twilight Zone. I guess it was in the 80s.
Oh yeah, his daughter was in it too.
Yeah. He came back and he was an adult now, and he was sending people to the cornfield and stuff.
Yeah, and they even had Cloris Leachman as his mom, who was in the original episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't as good.
I was mad Bill didn't come back for the movie version of Lost in Space. They had a part written right for him, Old Will, and they had some other guy. Who's that?
He was. They were trying to get him to do that. The guy in the on the planet, the scientist guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was Old Will, and it was tailor made for Bill Mooney, and he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like
that would have elevated it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie wasn't very good. It would take a lot to elevate it.
Yeah.
Because it needed elevating.
Graham was good, but the rest of it sucked.
Yeah.
But you didn't like the little spiders running around?
Oh, did you guys see the series? They did a series on that. That was actually pretty good.
Which?
The new series?
Yeah, there was a series on Lost in Space. It was 2 or 3 seasons or something.
Oh, I only saw the first season. I didn't really care for it, so I never saw it.
I thought it was pretty good. It was pretty well done. They just took the whole robot thing and turned it into something really much more. I thought it was quite good, quite well done, actually.
Bill's purple outfit with the yellow dicky from season 3 sold for $93,000 a couple years ago. Ooh.
I read somewhere there's some kind of a museum and Guy Williams' original silver suit from Lost in Space is on display.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, but those things are like 60 years old now. A lot of them have deteriorated to
this
where
one is still in pretty good shape. Yeah. So
you'd think it would tarnish over the years.
they have to polish it or.
Just dip it in Tarnex. It'll be like me.
There's this product called Silvo that you can use to polish up
wipe it off.
It's like Brasso, only it's for silver. It's called Silvo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but even when they show the original costumes from Batman, they're like, look, Adam West wore this thing, and it's so discolored. It's all turned purple and pink and stuff.
Because it's all the sweat and everything. They probably didn't even wash it.
Yeah.
Ugh. Needs dry cleaning, whatever. But yeah, it's not even. No, I don't believe that.
Oh,
No,
Mummy's in good shape. A guy.
he's in good shape.
He recently turned.
Billy,
70.
if you're out there, come on.
Yeah.
How old is he now?
70.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Mm-hmm.
He looks fine. He shows up on YouTube every once in a while.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he even said hello to me. Hello, Billy. Hi back.
I think they should have got Danny Bonaducci to play.
That'd been interesting.
They were going to get Jeremy Gilwax, but he was busy biting
He was
people.
busy biting.
People.
Yeah. But, ooh,
I watched the thing on YouTube here a couple of weeks ago. It was Danny Bonaducci had a talk show, and he brought on David Cassidy was on, and he brought on the two Chris's. Geldwax was on, and the other, I guess Brian Forster. They were both on. They brought them both on. It was pretty.
They did in a fist fight.
And Susan Day actually called in. She was still talking to them then, and she actually called in. She was on location filming something.
Mm-hmm.
And Shirley Jones was there, of course, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of neat. It was kind of neat watching them.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah, and Tiger was there in spirit.
Danny Bonaducci, I guess,
Tiger is Brady's dog.
Oh,
Simone.
Simone.
Same dog.
Simone the dog. Mm-hmm. Forgot. The dog. You know.
How pathetic am I that I know the name of the Partridge Family's
That is
dog?
kind of but handy though. It's handy.
It's pretty bad. Yeah. No.
And the bus didn't show up again.
Mm.
Has anyone ever found the bus?
The
Well,
bus.
I'm sure they found it. Nobody wants it, unfortunately. It's
Oh,
a shame.
they did find the bus, but it kind of got dilapidated.
Yeah.
Kind of all,
A lot on the studio somewhere.
It belongs in a museum.
No, I think it was kind of a rust bucket by the time they found it. It was not really salvageable. It was probably a rust bucket when they were using it.
Well, it was. It barely ran. I mean,
Yeah.
Shirley Jones has done interviews where every time she had to drive the bus, she's like, it's a nightmare. And in the first season, she drove it a lot. And she's like, the thing, he'd struggle to do 20 miles an hour. You know, she's trying to go down the road and drive this. It barely ran. It barely ran.
They said or was told
quite a few years ago. They just found it parked on a back lot in the studio, and it was just sitting there rotting.
That's why the Brady ones were jealous of the Partridge Family, because they had a bus and they didn't. They just had a station wagon.
They need one of these car restoration guys to restore it. You know, one of like the TV shows where they do this. They need somebody to bring in the Partridge Family bus, restore it, and not gonna happen.
How the heck would they find the ambulance from?
And I think the hearse that took his body to the funeral home exists as well, from ’77.
Where did
I
they
want to
say
know what happened to the white Ford Bronco.
Yeah, who knows?
Yes.
I'm sure. I don't think Al Collins, he probably doesn't own it anymore. It'd probably be in the scrapyard by now.
Oh, yeah.
Where are all the Rockford Firebirds?
Yeah, good question. Because there was actually quite a few of them.
Several of them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's also a YouTube video on that, and Rockford was pretty particular about those cars. Like he had them all souped up, and he actually did the driving. He did the stunt driving in those things.
Wow, Rockford.
Yeah, James Garner. Well, he raced cars. He was a car guy, and he actually insisted he'd do his own stunt driving.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
There's one stunt I don't think he did. Maybe he did if he was really good, but he's getting chased, right? And he gets far enough ahead, and he sees an open space on the other side of the street, like right in front of the police station, I think. And whoever's driving this car is amazing because they slammed on the brakes and the whipped around. It parallel parked right like it was sitting there, and then he just turns the engine off and ducks down, and the guy goes by him, and
it's like probably
wow,
wasn't.
That's a really good stunt.
That probably wasn't him doing that.
Yeah, that probably wasn't him. That was a really good stunt.
Yeah. You got to get the timing perfectly on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's a lot of takes.
Yeah. Well. But
that's the sort of thing like if you miss, you wreck the car. You could actually
you wreck the car and the one ahead or the one behind or both. You know,
you could roll a car doing that actually.
Over and over again, and that was amazing. Though that's my favorite thing ever from Rockford.
Well, he invented that move. Well, I don't know if he invented it, but he made it famous where he does the reverse and then he swings the car around, puts it forward, and takes off in the opposite direction. That was Garner doing that. He's the guy that did that, and it was one of the. We never seen that on TV before he did that. But he put it in reverse, rev it up, get it going backwards, and he'd swing it around. And as the car came around, pointing in the opposite direction, he'd put it in drive and take off.
Amazing.
Not very good for the transmission.
Yeah.
Would recommend you do it.
No.
It looked good on film, though.
There is a movie somewhere where Burt Reynolds is driving a car or a truck in reverse. And he goes real fast down the street.
Probably Smokey and the Bandit.
Something like that. And he's like,
Cannonball Run.
That would, if you go in that, it would tear up your transmission, though, if you drove that fast.
Well, if you timed it right, because as the car, you're going backwards, you swing the car around, there's a point at which it stops, like it's not actually moving.
Mm-hmm.
So the transmission would be still at that point, and then you can just slam it into drive, and it probably would be okay. As long as you're going to wreck the transmission if the car is still in motion.
Yeah.
But if it actually stops just long enough to put it into drive, it would probably be okay. But
maybe they put a different kind of transmission in too, like forklifts have a transition where one of the easiest way to stop a forklift is actually just to put it in reverse and you'll stop it. So they could have had a transmission like that in
again, back in the 70s, transmissions they built them like battle tanks, transmissions they make today aren't what they used to be. It's just but and with all the front wheel drive, everything has changed. Everything's it's all belt drive now. So but transmissions back then were actually pretty beefy to begin with. Mm-hmm. But
Welcome to the Mechanics Hour.
Well, I mean, cars were just built to last longer back in those days. They don't. They're not these days.
No.
Mm. No, that's why you want to get another one.
Jeff, where are your cats? I haven't seen a cat for a while.
They're all sleeping.
Oh, really?
I turned the heater on so they're not griping. So.
Smart cats.
Just crank the heat up and that'll take care of the kitty cats.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
They'll wait till like 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, maybe not, because they'll be sleeping through the night because they're in a warm bed, or a warm floor or whatever, warm blanket.
Warm something.
Go have a little drink of water and come back and lay back down. So.
Just give them some NyQuil or something.
That'll be good.
Yeah. But that'll take care of them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
Mine's over here. A minute.
Oh, Jeff.
Look. I'm sure.
I'm going to do this one today.
I was going to order some from Discogs, but there's a mail strike, so I thought I'm not going to. Can't find them in the wild around here.
I can't pay any of my bills because I'm not getting them in the mail.
Everybody's snapped them all up, so I can't find any.
I won't be able to mail my Christmas cards. Thank you, Jeff. Those are noisy earplugs.
I know. I was cleaning. I forgot. Put it in the cabinet, so I got it back out.
It's Thursday, you know. You should be ready.
It is.
I'm ready.
I don't.
Okay, you got more records than yours.
I don't
Yeah.
have.
He's got 6. I only have 3.
No, it's
Oh, yeah.
5.
Mm-hmm.
5.
Now, do you own any ELO records before El Dorado?
What?
What's
Wait
that?
a minute. Wait a minute. What is that?
Dandy Williams.
There you go.
I'll have to go get my copy of Xanadu because that's half yellow.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, do you own any of the earlier ELO albums before El Dorado?
Just the second one.
Okay, because I was
Don't know.
there's an English compilation I found called Early Years, and it's got some unreleased stuff and some alternate takes, and it's been going around $25 to $30, and I found it last on Amazon for like $8, and it's coming to the house.
As long as you don't have a mail strike, you're all set.
Yes. It's the album where they look like they're washbuckling outfits on the cover. It's like an interesting album. I'll show you when it comes in.
Yeah, I've got it. I've had it on vinyl. I don't know if I still.
ELO, the early years. It's got some early tracks and some rare stuff. And,
I didn't like the Roy Wood ELO, so
yeah, me neither. But I just thought I'd get one.
I do. I love Roy
the
Wood.
best, you know.
So I think I got a couple before El Dorado. Well, I got one before El Dorado.
Mm-hmm.
I got this one.
Oh, okay.
that's the second one, I think.
Is
Yeah,
it ELO too?
Yellow 2, and then I've got El Dorado. I'll just show you quick.
And then on the third day.
There's
Yeah.
El Dorado,
Mm-hmm.
and then I got what's this one? Oh, Face the Music.
Oh yeah, that one is after El Dorado. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Oh yeah.
World Record,
Record.
Mhm.
and Out of the Blue,
Out of the Blue. I need to pick up Out of the Blue sometime.
and Xanadu,
Oh, okay.
and then I don't have the one that don't let me down or don't bring me down, but I've got this one,
Oh, okay.
Time,
Mm-hmm.
and then
That's my favorite one, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
kind of lost interest in them after that, but anyway, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it wasn't really ELO after that. It was more Jeff Lynne's solo after that.
Yeah.
Same difference.
Yeah.
No, it's
fine.
not. There were actually people in ELO for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I probably should finish off the collection, fill in the gaps at some point. But
Yeah, I got Zoom and I've got
priority.
what's the other
I
one?
always liked El Dorado. I thought that was a pretty.
Oh, I love
Don't
it.
get me started.
Yeah.
I won't be able to sleep tonight. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a really nice
Mm-hmm.
nice collection of songs on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad enough. I went to bed with Speed Racer in my head.
Yeah.
Go Speed Racer.
I know.
I've been going to bed all week with Speed Racer in my head because I've been playing my podcast to fall asleep to, and I opened up with it this week.
See, great minds think alike. Everyone wants to do Speed Racer, but yeah, I went to bed with Speed Racer on the brain. I was like, come on, I want to sleep. Go Speed Racer. No. Jeez. Never listen to music before going to bed. That's the
I used to do it all the time. I'd put on the FM stations and I'd hear all sorts of stuff you wouldn't hear normally. Put the headphones on and
I did it one time too. Yeah.
although I did wake up with Bad Moon Rising in my head earlier in the week. You're like, how did I get that? You know, I see a bad moon rising. You know, where did that come from?
Credence. Yeah.
Didn't he use that in one of those werewolf movies?
Sounds like it.
Somebody's home.
Yeah, my wife. Yeah, I gotta go grab some dinner, so I will. Oh, I might be back. I don't know.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
All right.
Way back.
Good night.
Yeah.
Later.
Mhm.
Enjoy dinner. Boom.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yes.
Oh, it didn't do it. Oh, it didn't go into Charlie's Angels. So nice.
Oh well. That's
Ah,
okay. Now, do your Doc? Do your yellow albums you have bonus tracks?
yes.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yes.
Because the only one on this set that has bonus tracks is Discovery.
That means the first two aren't remastered, and the third one is remastered.
Because you can
So
see, like,
basically, they had extras laying around, is what that set is.
Yeah, we're going to sell it again.
so like,
Well, I mean that one, the one you have, is going for like $25, and I thought I'd pick up the rest of them. This one was on sale for $10. That's why I picked it up. So,
yeah, but I noticed there wasn't any bonus tracks on that.
okay.
So, like, oops.
Are the Jeff Lynne's ELO albums pretty good?
I say yes. I'm happy with them.
I heard the first one. I might pick up the first one because I had a couple of songs I liked on that one. The rest of them, I'm not sure.
To me, it's like Jeff Lynne can do no wrong. So I'll buy it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So I've got that.
Now, is he going to stop touring, or is he not going to be ELO anymore?
No, he's Jeff Lynne's ELO.
Yeah.
So like, it's half-ass ELO. It's basically a Jeff Lynne concert.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So,
No, but I think
ELO.
he announced he's done. I think he's going to.
So he's retiring because he's pushing 80.
All these people should be done. I think when you're 80, it's time to retire. I'm sorry.
Don't tell Paul McCartney that. He's busy.
What you do. If you're a filmmaker, if you're get to 80, just enjoy the rest of your life.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on a cruise or something. No. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Ding, ding, ding.
It's all your fault. It's all your fault. We're bringing up El Dorado.
But Face the Music, it sounds pretty good too. It's got some orchestras before the songs, and there were two hits.
I don't think there's much of an EO album I don't like.
I know, because Face the Music has two hits off of it.
Ooh. The Telephone Line and.
Oh no, that was a newer record. This one has Evil Woman and Strange Magic. Mm-hmm. The newer record had all kinds of hits. Telephone Line.
Had 4 singles.
Do Ya and something else. And then Discovery
Living Thing and Rock Aria were singles. Had 4
Rock
singles.
Aria. Shine a Little Love. I heard that Shine a Little Love, the disco, and I thought, oh God, ELO's gone disco. But it was just the one song. So
yeah.
No, what's wrong with Last Train to London and
that's a little bit disco-y too, but that's okay.
Yeah, that doesn't bother me any.
And the Don't Bring Me Down. Boom, boom,
but it's got the man I used to be is fantastic. On time. That's like my favorite, I think.
I have to pick that one up then.
Well, while we sit here in silence, I think it must be time for a commercial.
Commercial time.
Commercial time. Okay. Get ready, kids. Bad job.
Wow, that was great, Doc.
Yeah.
And we're back, folks.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready for Captain Freedom's workout.
Yes, it's America's own Captain Freedom.
That's the ticket. No pain, no gain.
So, when you hear the tone, control your jealousy and leave your message.
Okay. Isn't he a former governor?
Yeah, and he was a wrestler way back then. Was that a record or a video or a TV show or what?
No, that was another piece off of RoboCop.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Well, that was on RoboCop. That was a fake show. Okay.
Well, it was a fake commercial or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
I found that and went, oh, I could use that.
Scared me for a minute, and I thought, oh God, what do you do now? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what is all those 13 people that are supposedly watching out there doing? They're just sitting back and having a beer, and
they're not saying nothing. They're
not participating.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to participate. You get points if you participate.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you were talking about ELO. Is the ELO Part 2 any good without Jeff Lynne?
I've never paid any attention to them.
Right.
My brother thinks so, but he was the world's biggest ELO fan. So
he thinks ELO Part 2 is good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I just was a big ELO fan back in the 70s, and I've just kind of giving them another listen, and they're pretty good. You know, I had 3 or 4 other albums. I had that.
Neither of you ever heard their live album?
No, I haven't.
Most people in America don't even know they had a live album because it wasn't released here.
No. And the last ELO album I had was that. Was the Greatest Hits come out before Discovery or after?
Well, there was Ole ELO. That came out.
Ole ELO was early days. I had that one too, and the one with the medal on the front that sold a bukus of copies.
Yeah, that came out before this. No, maybe maybe after Discovery. I'm thinking, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, their version of Rollover Beethoven's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, that's good. And I like that 1083 Overture from their first album because it's on song number 1 of my Essential ELO, and I found a video of it, and Roy Wood's there playing the cello.
Okay. There are so many greatest hits comps for decades.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, like the one I got is a twofer.
Yeah, me too.
That's
I have
probably
a twofer Essential ELO. That's the one I've got.
No, mine.
And there's one that's re-recordings too. Jeff did one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's re-recordings.
Re-recordings of all those, and the Essential ELO is not re-recordings.
Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm. I have that one, and I also have that original Greatest Hits with the medal. Matter of fact, they issued a volume 2 in England of ELO's Greatest Hits volume 2, and there was a medal, and it was blue, I think, but it wasn't issued over here.
I said there was a live album too. The night the lights went on in Long Beach.
Yeah.
Recorded in America, but not released in America, oddly. From the earliest days, maybe 75 or 76, it was recorded.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's an earlier.
I don't know why they stopped after the first Greatest Hits, because they had 4 hits off of Discovery, and they had at least another hit on the next albums they did.
Well, usually in those days, most bands would put out 4 albums and a hits. 4 albums and a hits.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the ELO's got a lot of material to cover. So,
unless you're the Rolling Stones, the Rolling Stones put out an album, a live album, and a greatest hits.
Yeah.
And an album, a live album, and a greatest hits. An album, a live album, and a greatest hits.
It's about ready for the live album to come out, and another greatest hits like Grr and Honk and something
Flat
like that.
Point.
Mm-hmm. Buy all those hits again.
Well, hits albums always sell, but then they always end up in the bargain store too. So, because they sell so many.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to listen to this anymore. This Dr. Hook sucks. Ends up in the bargain store.
You've never bought Doctor Hook. It's been
They-
there all.
The last store I went to, they had 2 copies.
Mm-hmm.
I went, no, I don't care.
Is that Dr. Hook or Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show? Because the Dr. Hook and the Medicine Show is not very easy to find, at least in the States. There's a best of, but it's not easy to find.
That's the one with Sylvia's mother and Cover the Rose.
Yeah, okay, that's the Columbia stuff. That's not easy to find in the States. All you find here is
right on the front.
Dr. Hook without the Medicine Show, and it's not the stuff you want.
Yeah.
There's too many syllables. I don't like bands with too many syllables.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Kiss. Too many syllables.
It's like the Electric Light Orchestra. They shortened it to ELO. You know, so.
Well, I think as the orchestra people got fired or left one by one, they shortened it to ELO because they weren't an orchestra anymore.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are just going ELO anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Electric Light Orchestra was too many syllables.
Yeah.
You can't sell records with syllables. You know, the shorter the take the silver off Silver Beatles and you got something.
Yeah. But you didn't like Roy Wood and ELO?
No.
Hmm.
Well, I just didn't care for that first album.
I love Roy Wood. You know, Starman Brindley, that's his favorite musician in the world is Roy Wood.
Mm-hmm.
Oil of ELO.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a perfume or something.
Yeah, it does. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had that other one you were talking about, that Olay ELO.
Mm-hmm.
I had that one as well.
Yeah, I had that on vinyl once upon a time.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't have it now because better compilations have come out since.
Yeah,
but
I have all the tracks, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm pretty much set.
Mm-hmm. Now, are the Jeff Lynne solo albums, are they listenable?
I got them. I got 3 of them. They're good. They're fine.
Oh, that's 3?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Out of This World, Armchair Theater, and something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, 3 of them anyway.
I'll bet you don't have Doing That Crazy Thing.
I don't. Well, tell me about that one, please.
It's not an album. It's a 12-inch single that he put out. I don't know, 78 or something. It's really bad. Solo single he put out while I was still in ELO.
Oh, wow.
Doing That Crazy Thing.
That sounds like something I better write down because I'll forget.
I don't think it's ever been on CD. Maybe as a bonus track somewhere it has. I don't know.
Doing That Crazy Thing?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm sure I've got it somewhere.
Okay. So I don't forget. I wrote it down.
Doing That Crazy
Check that out.
It's not good.
Well, yeah, but it's still, part of the canon, I guess, right? So just like Carnival of Light, it's not good, but it's part of the legacy. What's this? I don't like Lynn's suffocated drum sound. Sounds like somebody beating on pillows.
Well, I think he changed. I think the whole 80s is based on the drum sound of Don't Let Me Down. And that's unfortunate. Yeah. Probably the main reason I don't like the 80s. Everybody started drumming like that. It's not good drumming. It's just basic. It's not good drumming. Sophisticated drumming went away, and it just everything became dum 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 dum. And suddenly, all these fills and things that were going on were gone, and that's
good. I noticed there were 2 different covers for the ELO album on the third day. Is there an English cover and American cover?
Yeah. Probably a couple of their albums are different. I'm pretty sure this ELO 2 is a different cover in the UK than it is.
Which one has the big light bulb?
That was the first one, wasn't it?
But again, I think it had a different cover in the UK. But yeah, in America, that's the light bulb.
Yeah, because I just saw a concert for from them on Midnight Special, and they had the light bulb as well. So that would have been earlier when his hair was enormous back in the old days.
Enormous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he wasn't wearing the sunglasses then either, I don't think.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're not allowed to see Jeff Lynne's eyes anymore.
No.
Kind of like Ringo. He's the same idea.
Yeah. Same guy.
You don't see Ringo's eyes anymore.
So I guess he's going to retire.
Who?
Jeff Lynne?
Oh, I'm just sure Ringo was the last thing mentioned. What?
No, not Ringo, Jeff Lynne. So if you want any of his tour merchandise, go to jefflinnzelo.com and get it now before it's gone. Mm-hmm. If you want a tour shirt or a program or,
We'll be expecting a commission. Thank you.
Yes. No.
Nanu.
No, they never did. That's right. For whatever reasons.
Really? Never had a number one?
No. Nope. Never once.
I'm not going to get the book, but okay, I'll trust you on that. Sounds like Ringo's going to do more country stuff.
Yep. Sounds like
the Ringo's country album is doing well or something?
It's not out to January 10th. So
no way. So we'll have to see as I've still listed the two songs so far. Because I thought the first Ringo song was pretty good, and the second one was just a Ringo song.
Yeah, the second one was obviously written for Ringo.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. You write a song for Ringo. You don't write a song for Ringo. You just write a song and then you give it to Ringo and it'll be way better. You write a song for Ringo, it's going to turn out like every other song written for Ringo.
It's just simply Ringo.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, did I show you guys?
Oh.
Did you get a tattoo?
Oh, I was going to say.
Job.
You got a shot today. You didn't get a tattoo.
No, I got a job the other day. So I'm all healthy for this winter.
That's good.
No COVIDs, no flus. Well, supposedly.
Yeah. I'm taking a break from my jabs for a week or two.
No, I got both jabs, one in each arm.
You know what the jab I'm talking about. But
yeah.
I'm taking a couple of weeks off.
Ooh. No, I have my 2 shots, one for flu, one for COVID, so I'm all set.
That's good.
I should be good.
Mm-hmm.
But the crazy thing was that after she gave the shots, usually they have you sit for 15 minutes in case of side effects.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Okay, you're done."
Oh, okay.
All right. Out the door. I was gone. I still had no side effects though, so I'm good. I'm fine.
Walk out the door and boom. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
You didn't fall. Okay.
I just ran down the street. You can't catch me now. Now see, had COVID, but never had the shot. See, now, if you would have had the shot, you might have not got the COVIDs.
No, COVID doesn't prevent the shot. There's no. All the vaccine does is lessen the symptoms. It doesn't.
I've never had anything since this whole thing started. So, like, okay, it's free.
I never have either, and I've never got vaccinated or anything. I've never had it.
Well, it doesn't cost any money, so might as well. Doesn't I was gonna say it doesn't hurt. Well, actually, yes, it does.
I had 3 shots myself.
She was kind of rough with the.
Oh, really?
the first one. I'm sitting there like,
Well, my nurse is the same way. She just, and it's, like 5 minutes, it's done. Okay, you're done. Oh, really? I didn't feel hardly enough of it. Okay, you're done.
I don't know, the COVID shot. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. No, the COVID shot hurt more than the flu shot.
Oh, okay.
Either that or she just put it right into a nice fleshy part of my arm. I was like, I feel that. Ow. What? I had it in 21 and haven't been sick since. Well, there you go. This was my 7th shot.
Mm-hmm.
Last COVID shot Paul had made my no more for me.
Oh,
okay, all right.
Your wife might like that, Paul.
What
are you feeling for, Doc?
I'm feeling for boobs, but I know I got a big pot, so made my stomach bigger instead of.
I'm trying to work on my stomach. I'm supposed to have just a little bit of Thanksgiving stuff this year.
Thanksgiving stuff. What does that mean?
Food. I can't go crazy on Thanksgiving dinner.
No turkey for you?
Well, I'm going to have some turkey, but just one helping. Yeah. I usually have a couple of big helpings and a couple of pieces of pie and hot rolls and all that rigmarole. One helping. So. Okay, when you're done, my son says, well, I think we're going to go out to eat for Thanksgiving. When you're done, you're done. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
and I can't pile my plate on with stuff. Yeah.
Your son's no fun.
I know. He's trying to take care of me though, making sure I'm eating right and exercising. So,
Well, I guess that he's still taking you to the Y.
Oh yeah. We went today. We're going tomorrow. We're going Saturday. Yeah.
Get on there and do all the heavy equipment.
I thought he was going to kill me today. Okay, do 10 more. Okay, do 10 more. I'll do 10 more.
Does he just sit there and smoke and watch you while you're doing all this stuff?
No, he does it too. He does it too.
He's got a beer in one hand, a cigarette in the other hand.
No. He does it too. He'll lift his head up. And, okay, 10 more. 10 more, Dad. Okay, go to this next one. Okay.
It's torture.
It's that way to lose weight, especially when you're older. I have to lose some weight. I'm overweight.
I don't know.
Yeah. What's the matter, Doc?
I got this big swallow the beach bowl business going on down here. And yes, I did have 3 plates of spaghetti this week. Oh no. I'm not very good at losing weight. Well, losing mass. I want to lose mass. Get rid of this beach ball. Jealous of people who have no gut. Because I've got large gut. No, it's not the cereal. It's the little bit of cereal that I eat. Come on, can't be. No. I think it's the pasta or something.
You think so?
Or maybe in between meal snacks, like getting a jar of peanut butter and just while watching movies. Just eat a jar of peanut butter.
How many calories is that yop that you've been drinking?
Oh, I don't remember now. But
okay, well.
But yogurt is good for you because it's got
it does.
Enzymes or something in there. Well, that can't be it.
Okay.
So
when you get old, it's harder to lose weight.
I suppose. I need a personal trainer.
Yeah. You say so.
I don't know. Live in an apartment building that doesn't have a weight center, but do some pedaling and with a.
Isn't there a health club close?
No, we don't have one.
All right, you can't join one.
No, but the most I can do is walk, and I do a fair bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Except if I can dodge the bicycles
The cars.
and that sort of thing, or yeah, but like I didn't walk today though because it got cold and snowy.
Yeah.
I didn't leave today, but
you see, our Y is like a mile down the street. Okay, so my son and I, we walk down to the Y, and we work out, and we walk back. So that's kind of
that sounds cool.
Workout and another workout. So
that's okay.
And my son's all just jogging away, and I'm, trying to keep up with him.
Yeah, once it gets cold, I don't want to walk. So I tried to get a bunch in the last few days. Today I looked outside. Oh, snow! Ew! I'm not going out in that.
But see, when somebody moved out a few years ago, she left her stationary bike, so I can ride a stationary bike. So that's what I do.
Well, that's okay. It came in useful.
Mm-hmm.
See? Well, I tried to do jumping jacks like Ringo, but I can only do 3 and I quit. Ringo's got me beat.
Can you lie on your back and do sit-ups?
Sit-ups, okay.
Lie on your back and put your knees up and raise up and touch your knees. How many you can do? 3, 4,
Hello,
Hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lisa.
And now it's weight loss tips with Doc. Put that second helping of mashed potatoes back. Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna die.
No.
I like potatoes. Potatoes and pasta are probably my worst weakness.
Yeah. One helping of turkey, one helping of mashed potatoes, one helping of green beans, and one small piece of pie.
Oh, geez.
And that's my dinner. I go home and drink water. So.
When do you get out of jail, Jeff?
When I die. When I die, probably.
No, I should be like Santa that runs around the block 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Although I didn't see him today though, because it was snowing.
Yeah.
So, but whoops. Oh, hello, Kimba. Hello.
Hello, Kimba.
It's been cold lately, so I haven't been walking in the morning. I've been riding the stationary bike for about 30 minutes. Yeah.
If it tastes good, don't eat it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I suppose if something tastes bad, you wouldn't eat it. So.
Right.
Oh, welcome back, the fourth person.
My tummy is full.
Okay. We were talking about weight loss and everything. So.
Oh.
So.
What? No gravy IV this year?
Yeah. Mashed potatoes and gravy and green
Christmas
beans.
is terrible. Everywhere you go, people are shoving food in your face, and it's like, oh man. A lot of food consumption over Christmas.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing is we're coming up to the time where everything is in mass quantities.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll never go that way.
I had my cat to the vet today for a follow-up to our checkup we had, and they're already decorating the vet's office for Christmas. It's like, holy cow, we're not even into December yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a neighbor. I was walking down the street. Maybe I was driving. I can't remember, but I was going down the street, and the house just a couple houses away on the other side. I look up in the second story window. They've got their Christmas tree up and lit. I'm like, this was a couple days ago. I'm like, really?
Not even Thanksgiving yet. Come on.
We're gonna put up a tree. We put our tree up last year. It was the first year we had the cats, and the tree came down like 3 times.
Yeah.
Timber.
My son and I have a little tabletop tree. that we put up. And the cats will paw at it, but they generally don't mess with it.
Your son allows that?
I like to get the Christmas snow and throw it at them. You know, and they try to grab to,
I'm going to try it again this year. I'm not going to put any breakable ornaments on it.
Yeah, I was going to say, crash.
But, we'll try. I'll put it up again. We're going to be away for Christmas anyway, but we'll put it up, in December.
Don't decorate the tree with little friskies.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what they do, but they I don't know if they're trying to climb the thing, or I don't know how they knocked it over, but every once in a while I hear it like 3 times. I heard it crash.
Go crash.
Go in and the tree's lying on its side.
Kitty, don't do that.
Cats are looking bewildered, and it's like,
was it one cat's pointing at the other cat?
Yeah.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
If it wasn't you, it must have been the ghost then.
The dog did it.
Right.
Well, we got a grandfather clock in our living room, and every once in a while we go down, and it had stopped. And what the little buggers were doing is they were opening the door. It's like it's it's like 7 feet tall, right? So they open the door and they start batting the pendulum inside the thing, and it would stop, right? It's like, it's stupid. So now we have to keep it locked so they can't open the door.
Yeah.
Cats love helping undecorate the tree.
Oh, they don't undecorate. They just knock it over.
Yeah. Yeah, all my cats want this Christmas. They want some more cat toys and some more catnip. Catnip is like weed for cats.
Yeah, catnip. They go nuts over that stuff.
Go crazy. They roll in it.
That's what you give them for Christmas. I don't
put them on cat toys.
Well, we gotta figure it, but anyway, we just don't put any breakable ornaments on the tree.
Yeah, not anymore for us.
Don't put those expensive Beatles ornaments up there, or else.
I've been buying every year since like 2014. I buy those Swarovski stars. The crystal stars that you get each year. They put one out, but we didn't put them on last year because they're like $90 each. And I buy one a year for each year, right? And I think I'm not putting them on so the cats can smash them.
Yeah.
Because they're made out of crystal. They're actually pretty nice. But
there's probably a disclaimer on the box: do not use near cats.
Yeah.
And well, they're up there and they go like this, so like the cats are like batting at them, like, "Oh, this is fun!" Ooh, next thing you know, the tree comes out. Like, I didn't know.
Yeah, try to figure something out this year where they can't knock it over. I have to put some thought into it.
Put it behind a glass showcase.
Yeah, or just kill the cats, maybe.
Yeah.
Get a few poinsettias and just set them around your house.
Yeah, they break it up. Yeah.
They're poison.
Yeah, that's right. They are.
Yeah. They are.
I will teach them.
The milk from the poinsettia.
Yeah, that's poison
to cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you have pets,
no poinsettias.
No poinsettias around your pets. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can kill them.
It can.
Yeah. So, Jeff, with all your kittens there, don't put a tree up.
We're gonna get a little one and put it right there.
We had somebody give us one year, and we just gave it away because we don't want the cats getting into it. So.
There are some green plants that cats can't chew on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Our vet, he's got a big poster in his office of all the stuff, all the plants that your animals shouldn't be around. It's kind of interesting. So always take a look at it this time of year because you never know.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't eat them either. So.
Well, I try not to, but I get these midnight urges.
The munchies in the middle of the night.
I know it's so hard.
Don't chew on this poinsettia.
There's nothing in the fridge I want. I just start foraging around the rest of the house.
Yeah, a glass of water in the middle of the night is kind of bland.
Yeah, that doesn't cut it because then you're up 2 hours later,
Yeah,
right?
I got to go pee. Yeah,
I feel good.
That's a good idea,
yeah,
especially at our age, right? So
yeah.
There's no asking for, can I have a glass of water? And no.
Oh, go to bed. Yeah.
Let's go back to bed. Yeah.
no.
Mhm.
When we were kids, we'd be blamed for eating the candy canes and the Christmas tree. Come to
Yeah.
find out, the dog was
Oh
eating.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dog with a sweet.
Well, you look at the dog and he's got this red and white.
And his beard, yeah, red in his beard.
And his breath smells nice.
Yeah, it's bleeding from his mouth. Oh
No,
no. Yeah, his breath doesn't sound like. Tastes like he's been eating.
Dog soup.
That doesn't smell like dog.
No, yeah, not next week. No,
No.
we're going to take Thanksgiving off.
Yes, it's like the rest of the viewers are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that your Thanksgiving this weekend?
Well,
Or next Thursday?
most of my viewers are Americans, so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and one
Well,
Swedish guy.
That's discriminatory myself, but whatever.
Yeah, so okay, it's go have yourself a good Thanksgiving.
Next Thursday, is it? Is that when you guys do it?
Next Thursday.
On Thursday.
Yep.
But this Thursday, next Thursday, no, because
What
Thanksgiving.
about are you planning on doing it on the Sunday though, or is
Yeah.
that
Sunday we'll be here,
okay?
aren't we?
Jeff, what are you talking about? You're confusing me.
Thanks.
We are gonna be here Sunday, right?
No, we're not going to be here Thursday. Thanksgiving's on Thursday.
I know,
Yeah.
but I mean, this is Thursday. We're gonna do a Sunday show and then
Yeah.
go Thursday. Okay, that's fine.
This Thursday. No show on Thursday.
Yeah, no show next week.
Next Thursday, right?
But
Next
Sunday
Thursday.
there will be a show.
Yes.
Boy,
Come
that
back on Sunday.
took a lot of thought to figure that one out. Holy
Yeah.
cow!
We're.
If you guys just celebrate Thanksgiving at the right time, there'd be no issue.
Yeah.
And there won't be any show next Saturday.
Yeah.
We're not doing it on a Monday either. Why is Thanksgiving so late? Well, the United States has a longer growing season than Canada.
No, I thought it had to do with the Pilgrims. They arrived in November, and that's when they had their Thanksgiving with the Indians. I thought that's what it was.
Sunday there was a show.
In Canada, we do it at harvest, which is October.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and it's Christmas in America, or Thanksgiving in America is always the fourth Thursday of the month.
Right.
Yeah, and that's
But once in a while it falls early, and there's actually one more Thursday left in November.
right.
You'd always think people used to say it's on the last Thursday of November. No, it's on the fourth Thursday of November.
But isn't it because of the Pilgrim tradition? It's got
Yeah,
nothing to do with the harvest.
It's the
Because
Pilgrims had.
Like you guys aren't harvesting anything in November. It's all
No. The Pilgrims got together with the Indians, and they had a feast, and that's
November.
what it was.
Yeah.
And apparently, that's where legend has it.
Yeah.
That's where Americans first.
That's an idea. Yeah.
had
That is
corn.
an idea.
The
Everybody
Indians
bring a
got
cold
corn
turkey
with them.
sandwich.
Yeah.
Cold turkey sandwiches are the best. They're better than the turkey itself.
Yeah.
We cook a turkey. I say, okay, put it in the fridge. I'll eat it later.
There we go. Problem solved.
Cold turkey sandwiches are awesome. I love them.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Lunch. You and I were talking about lunch. What's your favorite lunch? Peanut butter and jelly?
hot dogs.
Grilled cheese, hot dogs.
Lunch.
Yeah.
With Snyder's wieners, not Oscar Mayer. Snyder.
Mm.
Actually, Western family in our house. But
I have to redo the Oscar Mayer commercial. It didn't go right.
You can't do that anymore because you'll get another strike or another.
I don't know. I got another one, had a different song, but
you could just show the car, the Wienermobile, and that would cover it.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Come on. Star Trekker is a cook at a nursing home. We did Thanksgiving dinner today.
Okay.
Oh.
Why?
It takes them that long to eat.
Don't ask me.
Right. It takes them that long to eat. It's a nursing home.
Yeah.
So they'll still be eating it next week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they expect some people to not make it.
Some turkey
Ours in
succotash.
California, yeah, well, yeah, but
Yeah.
the Thanksgiving is kind of a northern tradition, though.
Mhm.
So
I use real mayo, like Hellman's or
sandwiches. Like
Yeah.
salmon.
Yeah. Sandwich. Yeah.
Dan, I haven't seen you at the record store. You've been not going there? Well, I was there on Saturday, but I didn't see you there. Saw Vito was there. Dan knows who Vito is, but
You?
yeah. And Corey was there alone. Bob was off on a holiday or something.
Hmm.
So, I'm filling Dan in on all the latest. We go to the same record store.
You should have a census or something, like you're checked in if you're there or not.
Yeah, we should have a board like they had on Barney Miller, where you
Something
put
like that, yeah. You just put the little puck over. Present.
Yeah. It was busy at the record store this Saturday. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
And it's not a big store. Like, it's kind of small, so there are times you got to kind of shuffle around people, and but
How many youngins were in there?
at the record store,
Yeah.
I'd say define young and what do you mean, like younger than what? Because when you're my age, you're a youngin. So hell, Tim's youngin in my eyes. So like I'd say 20 under 30, probably about half.
Yeah, I'd say under 30.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say probably about half of the ones I saw there were.
Half? Wow.
Yeah, there was maybe. Well, when I first got there, I'd say there was maybe about 10 people in it, and I'd say about half of them were under 30.
Wow.
And that's like that record store. There's actually, every time I'm there, there's young people there. So.
That's amazing.
Well, yeah, they sell CDs too, but it's mostly records, and they're looking at the records. Like that, nobody looks at the CDs. I don't even know why they have them there anymore. But people hardly ever look at the CDs. So
I hardly ever see any youngins in a record store.
Really?
Rarely.
Well, maybe it's a BC thing. I don't know.
Might be.
Maybe there's a sign on the wall: "Youngins keep out."
Youngins. I've seen teens. One guy buying about 4 or 5 rap CDs, and then other than that, younger than that, no.
I find those thrown in the street.
Oh, me too.
You'll see something on the sidewalk, and you're like, "Oh, look at that!"
CD.
Yeah, DDP or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that how they get rid of records they don't want? I would just.
They just fling them out the window. Man.
Yeah, and they're usually cracked or scuffed or something. But yeah, if youngins are buying records, okay, well that keeps the music business alive, I suppose.
A lot of times it's like CD-ROMs, like a recorded CD, and they.
Oh yeah, I find those too. Yeah, they make their own.
Well, yeah. See, I don't usually buy CDs because you can get it digitally online, and the vinyl. I can read the album covers if it's vinyl.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I kind of like, I'll buy, if it's a CD, I know I'm gonna play a guitar or something, I'll pick that up.
I think I'm in the same boat as Kimba.
Unless it's something real cheap,
Well, yeah. So there's
Dan didn't know you were a YouTuber, Paul.
Oh.
Wow.
Well,
amazing.
Doc just outed me.
Did he ask for the autograph?
I'm out of the closet now.
Yeah. Dan's gonna have an autograph.
Whenever Dan's there, we always have good chats. We talked. Poco. Dan's a big Poco fan.
Oh yeah. That I think the leader of Poco, Rusty Young, or his wife, is about to release a book about him because he passed a couple.
Yeah, he and Paul Cotton passed the same year, like
yeah.
just a few months apart, which was kind of sad because they did one of my favorite albums, which was I Will Show You.
Okay.
If I can remember where I put it.
Thunder P.
It's under P. I can't
P for Poco.
Don't know where I left my P's and Q's.
See, even Kimba has a Poco CD.
Yeah.
So do Poco fans hate the Eagles? I've always been curious about this. They should.
No, I don't think so.
Eagles fans hate Poco.
No. There's a reason. Every bass player the Eagles have ever had, they stole from Poco.
From Poco, yeah.
Yeah. Poco were the Eagles farm team.
Yeah, because Timothy Schmidt replaced Randy Meister twice. Yeah. Oh, okay, Gold. That's a good one.
Yeah,
it's just a hit. It's not
I have a couple of best ofs, and I have that really good reunion album with the original Poco. It's really good.
So I got some Poco.
Oh, I need my flashlight. I can't see over there.
Yeah, that was before Richie Furay left.
Well, he left really early.
Yeah.
Really, Poco was not a big hit band around here. They got very little airplay.
Well, they had several years of not.
They had a couple of minor hits. I don't even know the name of the album, but the album, they had a cover that was just like the gold cover. That same picture of the horse.
Legend, I think.
That was that one. That album they had a couple of minor hits on. That's
okay. So I don't know if you guys know the history of this album, but you know who did the artwork?
The guy from Saturday Night Live.
Yep.
Phil Hartman. That got killed. Yeah.
Phil Hartman, Canadian.
Yeah.
He did that artwork. And that became their logo from that point on. So the history of this album is really interesting. They did, I think it was 7 was the album, and then they went on hiatus, which is kind of a breakup. And at that point, that's when Randy Meisner quit the Eagles, and then Timothy B. Schmidt joined the Eagles.
Yeah.
And so Paul Cotton and Rusty Young decided they would go out and do a joint solo album separate from Poco. So the band actually hadn't split up, and the odd man out was George Grantham, who was the drummer. Okay. So they did this album, and they brought in a couple of British musicians, a drummer and a keyboard player, to do this album. I think it was a keyboard player, maybe it was a bass. Anyway. And the record company insisted that they release it as a Poco album.
Poco record, yeah.
And they didn't want to. They wanted it to be a Cotton and Young album. But the record company insisted they release it because it was so good. Like, this is amazing. And they said, no, we got the Poco brand. It's a known brand. Let's release it as a Poco album. So George Grantham kind of got squeezed out of the band unintentionally because that became the new lineup of Poco, which was Paul Cotton and Rusty Young and these couple of these British musicians that were just brought in to record the album, but then they became part of the band. So they did a number of albums after this, and I love them all. Like, they're really good. I like all the Poco stuff, but this was kind of my first Poco album. And it's just amazing. I still play it a lot when I get a chance, but it's really good. The big what was the big Spellbound was a hit off this. Crazy Love was a big hit off.
Crazy Love was the big hit in America.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest one. Crazy Love. Heart of the Night, I think, was also
Heart of the Night was the other one. Yeah, there was 2 hits in America.
That's the first 2 cuts on side too.
Yeah, that was the singles, the big hits.
So anyway, that's kind of the history of that album. It's I love this album. I play it. I still play it a lot. This is my original copy of it actually on ABC Records.
Oh yeah.
I had it on 8-track long ago.
Yeah, I bought it on CD too, and that was back when I was first buying them. I was just buying albums I really liked on CD, and so I bought this one. But fortunately, I kept the vinyl. So yeah, that's great. I love this album.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Poco fans unite.
Poco fans, I also really like. Do you have the reunion album with the original band?
I don't have that one. No, I might have it on CD, but I don't have it on vinyl.
It's really good though.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about it. But I've got all their catalog up to I think that point. And that's I don't know how this 12, 15 albums. Like there's quite a few.
Yeah.
Poco. And they're country rock. This was a little harder edge, but it still had that country rock, and really they were the precursors to the Eagles.
Yeah, they were.
And then they continued in parallel with the Eagles, but they really were.
Now you've heard the story about Richie Furay and Graham Nash, haven't you?
Remind me, because there's a lot of stories about Richie Furay and those
guys.
Well,
back during the 60s, Richie Furay was signed to Atco Atlantic because he was a member of Buffalo Springfield.
That's right.
Graham Nash was CBS in America because he was a member of the Hollies.
Yeah.
So what they had to do, they were traded.
Oh.
CBS got Richie Furay, formed Poco, and Atlantic got Graham Nash, who performed.
So he could do CSN.
Nash. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting.
The one
educational
success, and one group didn't have a whole lot of success, but there you go.
So that's when Furay went and created Poco.
Yeah.
Along with Jim Messina and Randy Meisner and George. I think George Grantham was part of that.
He used Rusty Young on a Buffalo Springfield song for the third album, and that's how they met. And we'll form a new group. We'll call it Poco, or I think it was Pogo at first, and changed it to Poco.
Okay.
Who won the trade?
Well, they all did well.
They all did. Yeah, they all did really well.
Yeah, they all did well. I'd say Poco was more prolific than CSN. But again, Furay was only there for the first couple of albums. He wasn't there that long. And then they brought in Paul Cotton. I think Paul Cotton replaced him, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, doesn't matter. It's all.
Yeah, I have one of Richie Furay.
I was really sad to hear that Rusty Young and Paul Cotton.
Yeah, they both died.
I was a big fan of their music. This. I'm a big fan of what they were doing in this stuff. Glad to hear that. And they literally died within 6 months of each other.
Like I said, his wife is going to release a biography of him or about him. So
that'd be kind of neat.
Be interesting.
Because I think Rusty Young was there through the whole thing. Like he was
for the beginning.
Even Paul Cotton left after a while, but Rusty Young I think was there through the whole thing. Anyway,
it had nothing to do with Poco.
Neither did David Gilmour.
No.
When are you having him on, Doc?
Yeah.
He's never going to be on this channel.
Really?
No, he did an interview with Beato, so there's hope.
Yeah, so we'll see.
What did he actually go on Rick Beato?
Yeah, look at Rick Beato. He's just got a new video up with David Gilmour.
No way.
Go look.
He's out there.
I noticed it
there isn't that one way to coax somebody onto coming on.
Yeah.
Well, then Paul McCartney will never be on this channel.
No.
Yeah, see if that works. I thought you didn't know that, eh? I just noticed it today or yesterday. I haven't watched it yet, but
I was gonna say, did that just come out today?
It might have been today or late last night, but yeah, it's very recent.
I didn't see it come up in my recommendation.
Let me see here. I'm just going to Rick's channel and see if I can find it here for you.
Does Rick Beato have some pull or something? No, he just shamed him into doing it, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
Bill
2 days
Williams,
ago. 2 days ago, 52 minutes, the David Gilmour interview.
Ah,
And look, the two of them are sitting there
you got
together.
it.
It's like they're on Gilmour's. It's not, well, it could be at Beato's. I don't know where it is. But anyway, I haven't watched it yet. But yep, 2 days ago.
Wow.
Gilmour's looking old.
I can't believe that hasn't been in my recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did it come up? Oh, you might have missed it. Anyway, yeah, it's 2 days ago.
Wow.
There you have it. So there's hope.
There's hope. You know, I could have had one of the new monkeys on here, but I blew it off as a joke, and it turned out to be the real guy. Like, oh, Dad. I tried to make it up, but it didn't work. So, Paul Cotton sounded like so much like John Fogerty. Get a guitar player.
Yeah. He had some
Yeah,
good
I
songs.
don't know if he sounded like John Fogerty, but he was a really awesome guitar player. No question about that. I don't really hear John Fogerty in his voice, but
one of my favorite earlier Poco songs is a song called Rose of Cimarron. And him.
Yeah. Well, Dan Gaucher was telling me about that. It was one of the conversations we had, and I hadn't had that one in my collection yet. So
yeah,
that's a beautiful song.
Mm-hmm.
And Timothy B. Smith sings on it.
Yeah.
There's two of them they're doing back and forth on the vocal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really nice song.
It's country-ish, but it's still pretty good. It's like Eagles. Sounds like.
Yeah, it's very much in the vein of what Eagles end up doing. Yeah.
It's there. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I don't have poor anything.
Like the harmonies, like when you listen to Poco, you can see where the Eagles got their harmonies. Like it's just amazing.
Yeah,
really good harmonies. Yep.
Mm-hmm. So run out and see if your local record store has any Poco.
Yes. Now,
maybe. They said they didn't do anything here.
They were
so
in Canada. Mm-hmm.
No,
they did a little bit.
Area here in Detroit and all.
Mm-hmm.
Poco had nothing. They never had anything here. Neither did Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yeah.
They, like, Oingo Boingo didn't make it here.
No.
So some bands just never make it in certain areas.
Canadian airplay suffers from the CRTC rules.
Oh, yeah. I know, but I mean like Detroit.
3 out of every 5 songs has to have Canadian content, and so a lot of stuff we never hear it because of that.
As I've said a lot of times, that when I was dialing in WLS in Chicago, I would hear songs that never got any airplay here.
Yeah.
Well, what was always frustrating is you couldn't get the American channels until late at night when the Toronto channels would turn down their transmitters, and then we could get the American stations coming in. And so every once in a while, if the wind was blowing the right way, you could get some really decent music that we weren't getting in Canada. But that wasn't regular. Like that was kind of hit and miss.
No, but I first discovered ABBA from the Chicago station. It didn't play here. Or there's a Dolly Parton song, and it didn't get played here, but Chicago played it, and okay.
Well, it's just they don't have the stupid regulations we had, and it's we missed out on a lot of great music, and that's one thing about the internet that helps compensate for that, and Sirius XM and stuff like that, right? So we're hearing stuff that we never got back in the day. That's sad, but like basically what we heard, if a group made it in the top 40, that's what we heard. If the group was never in the top 40, we never hear of them.
Well, that's everywhere, but the top 40 used to be local till MTV. MTV is what got rid of local radio.
Yeah, video killed the radio star.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. That song is so prophetic. Before that, there were local charts, and it would be different everywhere. And MTV sort of centralized it. And weirdly, a lot of those songs weren't actually hits on MTV, but they still centralized radio anyway. They gave all the stations the idea that, well, if this TV station broadcast to multiple markets, maybe we can too. And that was the beginning of, chain radio, which is all you have now.
So put Walla Voodoo on your playlist.
Speaking of MTV, I played a video just a couple of days ago. It was the first 11 minutes of MTV.
Oh.
Everybody knows that Thomas Dolby's Video Killed the Radio Star was the first video they played.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the second one was?
It's not Thomas Dolby, it's the Buggles. But go ahead.
Oh, sorry, the Buggles. Sorry, yeah. Everybody knows that was the first one, but
I don't remember. I asked that as a trivia question once when I used to host trivia, but I don't remember the answer anymore.
It was Pat Benatar.
Oh,
what you gonna do with my heart?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was Pat Benatar.
I guarantee Nick Lowe's Cruel to Be Kind was one of the first 10, but I don't know where,
Yeah, I don't know what happened. They just played the first two.
They only had a dozen videos when they started, and then they literally only had a dozen videos.
Yeah.
Didn't
they
play
lied.
to
get on the air, they lied. They had because they said, no, we got tons of videos, and they did.
Or play some Duran Duran or Flock of Seagulls or something.
They weren't even around then.
That's why, if you remember the early days of MTV, it was either Friday or Saturday night. There'd be a concert every week. And that was, they would pull videos from those concerts and show them as videos on MTV. Like at once, a couple hours after the concert was broadcast, there'd be a new video by whoever it was, and it would be live.
Yeah.
We never got MTV in Canada. That's another thing. Our cable stations didn't carry MTV. We did Much Music, which was Chum FM or Chum Radio. Moses Zeimer, he set up Much Music. That's what we got. So we never actually got MTV.
In a way, you should consider yourselves lucky. I mean, it changed radio forever.
Yeah,
pretty much instantly. I mean, you wouldn't think it would because it's TV, but it did. It changed radio forever.
Well, it changed the music industry because now it's all about presentation. The music is secondary.
Yeah.
And you had to look good.
You had to look good. You had to look good in a video to make it, and that's the way.
And like I said, it's amazing the songs that people think were top 10 hits and weren't top 40 hits. Like I Melt With You was by Modern English is one. Everybody knows that song from MTV. Not a top 40 hit.
No.
There's tons of them. Traveling Wilburys never had a top 40 hit. No. How many thousands of times did you see that video? And yet it never reached top 40.
Handle with Care, End of the Line. Yeah.
Yeah, that only reached like 67 or something, End of the Line.
Well, it's just, it's I don't think it was for the better because, like I said, it's all about presentation now. And I always say that would anybody ever heard of? Would anybody ever have heard of Taylor Swift if she was 5'0" and 250 pounds?
No.
Nobody would ever heard of her. And that's reality. That's the way it's gone. So it's sad. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I couldn't agree. I loved MTV at the time, but it ruined music forever.
Interesting show tonight. Yes. Interesting show tonight.
It sure was. What a wonderful show we're having here.
Yes.
Right?
I'm getting all my Poco albums.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he's putting away his Poco albums.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Mine's
for all you.
Mine's over there. Oh, got a bunch of
my Poco albums.
My.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I got a million of them. So there's the first one.
Oh yeah.
The story behind that cover.
No,
what did the dog play?
Let me guess. Phil Hartman drew it. No, I guess not.
No, the dog played bass.
Yeah.
Instead of Randy Meisner, he left.
Okay, so Randy Meisner played bass on this. but he quit the band before the album came out. There's a dispute over something. The music, I don't know. It's just anyway. He left the band, and so they left him off the cover. So the dog played bass on this album. That's Randy Meisner right there.
Okay. But when did John Lennon?
He's not even credited being a member of the band, which is really poor because he played on every track on the album. He even sang on some of the tracks. So anyway, that's the story behind that one. And then they did Poco, the second one.
I had a new bass player.
There's Rusty Young there.
Yeah. Who was the dog?
Randy Meisner.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then they did Deliver, and that's a live album. The third album.
Yeah, they got Timmy Schmidt after the first album.
Yeah. Schmidt came in after and Poco from the Inside. Okay. And then there's Feeling Poco, A Good Feeling to Know.
Good Feeling to Know, yeah.
Okay. So you notice they haven't developed a logo yet, right? There's not really a logo. And then there's Crazy Eyes. Okay. I got to upgrade that because it's got a big cut on the sleeve.
Oh.
Gotta upgrade that one of these days.
That is unacceptable.
And Seven, which would be their seventh album.
I would say that's pretty much the logo right there.
Well, that's the one they used for quite a while, yeah. And then
Tycho loves Poco.
Animals.
Oh, I looked at a couple of chats with Rusty before he passed. Wow.
And then there's which one's this? Head Over Heels, it's called. And there's Timothy Schmidt there.
Yeah.
So they're down to four guys. That's Paul Cotton. That's Rusty Young up there. That's George Grantham over here. And that's Timothy Schmidt. So that was the lineup for quite a while, even before this album. There's Rosa Cimarron.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great album. And that title track is just absolutely stunning. Beautiful song. And then there's Indian Summer. And that was the last one with Timothy B. Schmidt. So this is when they went on hiatus. And Paul Cotton and Rusty Young did this album. And then they just kept up the name Poco from that point on. They did Under the Gun. That was a radio hit. You heard that one?
Yeah, I remember. It didn't make the top 40 or anything, but I remember getting played on that.
I don't know if you see it, but the logo is there. It's embossed. It's a little hard to see. Let me pull this out.
Maybe with a black light.
Well, I don't know if you can see the logo there at the bottom.
Yeah.
There it is. The horse.
Aha.
So that's on that one. This one I really like, Blue and Gray. It's sort of a Civil War theme. And I studied Civil War in university, so I'm kind of partial to this one. But it's, again, really great music. This one's really good. It's that folk rock stuff, It's really, I don't know. They had a real niche for being able to do that. And then Cowboys and Englishmen, because, Rusty Young, Paul Cotton were Americans and the other guys were English. So they did an album called Cowboys and Englishmen. And then Ghost Town, another one I really like. And then the last one I bought on vinyl was Inamorata. And then they kind of broke up for a while after that. And then after that, they came out with a couple of other albums like Legend, not Legend, but there was a gold color one. I got it on CD. And then they did the reunion one. And those are my vinyl ones anyway. So that's my vinyl Poco collection.
Sounds good.
They did a lot of music that people don't really know about, but it's really good stuff. If people are interested, you should check them out. Sure, you can find this all on YouTube.
I've never seen probably 3/4 of those albums before.
No, probably not. No, because again, they didn't get the commercial notoriety that other bands did. But
like those Eagles.
Well, yeah, honestly, I'm a Poco fan, but honestly, they were just as good as the Eagles. Their harmonies and musicianship was just as good as what the Eagles were doing, but they never got that notoriety. But they were in that same class. They were a really great band.
For those of you who are wondering, the first 5 videos on MTV were
Oh, here we go.
Video Killed the Radio Star, You Better Run,
You Better Run is that song, yeah.
You Won't Dance With Me, Rod Stewart, You Better, You Bet the Who, and Little Susie's on the Up.
Oh, You Better, You Bet, eh? That's interesting.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Yeah.
Wow. Boy, there's a history lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. I can sleep well knowing that.
Yeah.
And Poco's not in that list.
No.
Snubbed. Now let's put Poco in the Rock Hall of Fame.
I don't think he really did any. I don't remember any Poco videos, but there could have been, but I don't remember.
I think there might have been one, but I'm trying to remember which video. It's
crazy.
for one of the 3. One of the
Yeah.
Later one, I guess.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that there was, but I don't remember it.
Mm-hmm. Tarzan Boy, maybe.
No.
Yeah. Oh, Cliff Richard and the Pretenders. Yeah, they had those.
The list
I think
continues.
the Pretenders was in the first 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Forgot about Cliff Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was from the reunion album.
Yeah, that was in the 90s, wasn't it? The reunion
Yeah.
album?
89, 90, yeah. And then there was a follow-up hit that Randy Meister wrote and sang.
Yeah, because he joined them. He rejoined them.
Yeah, and then they had trouble with Richie Furay because his church asked him if he wanted to be a minister or a rock star, and he decided he'd be a minister, and he got out of the reunion band, so that it was a band without Randy Meister, without Richie Furay.
You can't be a rock star and a minister at the same time.
Well, that's what his congregation said.
Didn't stop little Richard.
That's a Hallmark movie right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure enough. I just trying to. I can't remember what CDs I got from Poco.
Yeah, he's rustling around in the dark down in there. What's going on? It's like, is that him or is he being robbed? There's a prowler in the room.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me.
Okay.
Okay, here you go. The Legend and Legacy are the other 2 I got.
Okay.
Well, Legends, the one I already showed you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the first CDs I bought, and then the other one that came after in a Murata is Legacy.
Yeah. Oh, that's the reunion album.
Of a sort, yeah. 1989. Let's see who's actually on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got George Grantham, Rusty Young, Jim Messina, Richie Fury, and Randy Meisner.
Yeah, the original guys.
So that's the original lineup.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
the one I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the original lineup from the first album, and they've actually included Randy Meisner.
Yeah, they had 2 top 30 hits off that album. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's the original lineup from the first album right there.
Yep, that's it.
And that's Randy Meisner on the end there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely him. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So Paul Cotton's not part of that.
No.
And the English guys aren't part of that either.
No. That was the original band.
Yeah, that's the original lineup from, what was it, 71? Or even, could have been even earlier than that. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So there you have it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't have the reunion one. I need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think Paul Cotton's part of that. He came back for that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
See, there's more of the first dozen songs played on.
Wow. I'm shocked that Cruel to Be Kind isn't in there. I thought for sure because I know it's one of the first videos they had and they played it constantly.
Yeah,
Even though it was like a 4-year-old song by the time MTV debuted.
Man, nobody plays sticks anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I love Styx. I went to see them at Maple Leaf Gardens in Trana.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Was that with Gowan or not?
No. This was this one. James Young was, or Dennis DeYoung was still with him. It was the Mr. Roboto tour. No, sorry, I'm lying. I think it was the Paradise Theater tour. Yeah, it was a good show. I'm a big Styx fan. I love their stuff too. I even have the colored vinyl. They did 4 or 5 albums on gold vinyl in the late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had the colored vinyl craze back then.
Yeah, Styx will never appear on this channel.
No Styx.
Well, you know that Tommy Shaw, another amazing guitar player and composer. You remember he formed the band Damn Yankees with
Ted Nugent.
With the Nuge.
Nugie.
And those 2 albums again, really hard rocking albums, man. They are good albums. Wow, really good stuff.
Sounds good.
See what you learned on this channel? All kinds of history and.
Yeah, I could be the real professor of rock.
You could be, yes, indeed, yes. And Tim Allen is a professor of something.
Professor of Timness.
Yes, and Jeff Kendall is the professor of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And pork pie hats.
Yes. And they're all still sleeping.
There you
Until the show is over, then they're
Lion. Jeff the Lion Tamer.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's about time to put this episode of Soup in the Can.
Oh, we went overtime. I did it.
Yeah, we've been in Thursday Night Soup overtime, as Johnny G would say.
We'll be back Sunday.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Gurr. Come on back on Sunday if you like. Don't forget
Sunday.
Drive and all that kind of goofy stuff.
Live long and prosper. I'm gonna get it right.
Right. Yeah, right. Okay. So take care, everyone. We'll see you again next time. Yeah.